Alright, hello. It is currently 12:54. It is January 1st, 2025, and I am starting the new year off right by playing through the Five Nights at Freddy's number 0 interactive novel VIP. Yeah, I don't know. Is it a good sign that I'm starting off my new year with sleep deprivation and gaming? I don't know. But I do really want to make a concerted effort to make more time for like self-care and hobbies. Like streaming makes me happy, reading makes me happy, and all sorts of stuff like that makes me happy. So I think this will be good. Also, I'm going to be honest, a strong motivating factor for me playing this book specifically. I'm saying like playing, I know technically reading, but I also think of them as kind of games. Like I feel like there's sort of an in-between between a visual novel and like a digital book. But anywho, a strong motivation factor is I've been very enamored with the like oats posting, like the brother may I have some oats meme with the two like extremely like large pigs and this very like Shakespearean dialogue about the one pig trying to save its brother from like sacrifice to the tall thin ones. So I am gonna make hopefully a really funny thumbnail that's themed around Brother May I Have Some Oats for this video once I'm finished with it, because VIP is a pig, a very important pig, a very impressive pig. I don't know, I'm about to find out. But without further ado, let me go through. Okay. Five Nights at Freddy's, VIP, an interactive novel. Special thanks to GJ Sturf. Contents. Okay, intro, and again, I'm going to be a little bit annoying to slip back and forth a lot just to make sure that, ideally, here's a thought. If I move Fauna... Oh wait, why is this not making her smaller? Okay, well, I had a thought, but I don't think my thought is going to come to fruition, because my idea was... What is this? Okay. Okay, my idea was that I could, and I don't know what this red box is. Okay, my idea was, and that is not going to make any sense to you because I don't think you can see the like OBS little like boxes that I'm moving around. My idea was, what if I made Fauna's little like form small enough that I could stay on OBS and read the book at the same time, because that way I'll be able to see if there's an audio sync issue. However, I cannot figure out how to make her smaller. Every time I try to move the box that I thought was adjusting Fauna size, it's actually moving the window, so I think it'll be fine. I feel like even if there's some audio issues, I can hopefully check them by switching back between the windows, or, this is more like practice for me and more kind of a hobby. Luckily, I don't have legions of adoring fans, so it's okay if the audio doesn't sync perfectly. Okay. So let's get into the intro. It says, you, Devin, are the luckiest 12-year-old boy in the world because you just won 2 special VIP passes to Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex. An all-day, all-you-can-eat. I love all-you-can-eat buffets. So that's a little bit of specific thought on lore, but all-you-can-eat buffets are some of my favorite things. I'd be very excited about this. An all-day, all-you-can-eat, all expenses paid for experience for you and one of your best. You're bringing Ike, Mom says, looking at the colorful printout in your hand that shows Glam Rock Freddy pointing with you at the with the words, "You're a winner." What? No, Mom, you wail. You can't think of anything less fun than spending the whole day with the mobile snot factory that is your 6-year-old brother. Yes, Ike shouts. Did that sound like a question or a suggestion, Mom? Crosses her arms. Either you both go or no one goes. Poof. There goes your dream of being the most popular kid in your class, at least while everyone competes to be the one to join you at the Pizzaplex. Ooh, Devin got very Machiavellian very quickly with what he was doing with those passes. It wasn't even like, no, I want to be my best friend. It was like, no, I want to turn all my middle school classmates into Squid Games, Hunger Games, War Games contestants for these passes. Fine, you sulk. You, Devin, are the unluckiest 12-year-old boy in the world because you just won 2 special VIP passes to Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex for you and your little brother. You have to waste one of your precious VIP passes on your brother, but this is still going to be so much fun. You can just ignore the tag-along like you usually do while you have the time of your life. Even though you live near the Pizzaplex, you hardly ever get to go. Your boring parents don't like the flashy lights and noise, and they say it's overpriced and the animatronics are quote-unquote disconcerting, which you think means they don't like the glam rock band's music. It's been ages since you were there last, at a classmate's birthday party, but it seems like the place gets bigger every year and they're always adding new rides. As you explore the Pizzaplex, you'll face many choices that lead to various outcomes. Before you begin this adventure, make sure you have something to write on. There will be many details to keep track of, and certain pages will provide special instructions you'll want to remember. You may even need to do some simple math. Sorry, at least they apologized. Amnesia Memories does not apologize for the math I was forced to do. For example, if you find an item that you want to hold on to, write it down for later, and when you use it, cross it out. No cheating. Ready, Freddy? If you want to play on easy difficulty, add 2 Faz tokens to your inventory and tap/touch here. If you want to play on a normal difficulty, start out with only your wits and tap/touch here. So I have to find a way to write things down. I guess I can use, oh no, what happened? The screen went black? But why? Man, okay, is it back? Man, what? Is it because I clicked out of the, okay. Alright, I don't know what that was about, but it looks like it's working fine now. Okay. I want to play on normal difficulty, so I will start out with only my wits and tap/touch here. Okay. As your mom drives up to the front of Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex, you press your face against the car window to see the giant sign over the entrance. It takes your breath away. Even in broad daylight, the neon letters and lightning bolts framing the image of the glam rock band are super bright. Lights and lasers flash invitingly just on the other side of the glass doors. You can't wait to get in there. You try to open the rear passenger door, but it's locked. Maybe I should go in with you, Mom says. That's okay, you say quickly. You wave the printout of the winner announcement you received in your email, wondering again how you won a contest you don't even remember entering. Dad called the Megaplex to be sure, and it isn't a scam, though the employee he spoke to didn't know anything about it either. Only 2 guests, remember? I could buy an admission pass. It's not like I'm about to go on any rides or eat Fazbear pizza. She shudders. And Mr. Spa Day? I'll be fine, you say. I'll be fine, Ike parrots in a high voice from the booster seat next to you. Who said you on, Ike? You sigh. Mom gives you a sharp look. You're in charge of your brother, Devin. Do not let him out of your sight. What could happen, you ask? They don't call it the Megaplex, the Mega Pizzaplex, the safest place on Earth for nothing. Has anyone in the history of the world ever called any Fazbear entertainment location the safest place on Earth? A mom twists around to face you, one arm raised. No one calls it that, but that old marketing campaign was a nice try. The release form is mostly fine print, and it has so many legal disclaimers, I considered calling my lawyer before signing it. Good call. But you did sign it, you say. You can trust the Pizzaplex, and you can trust me. Go enjoy your free Saturday, Mom. That convinces her. She smiles and the door unlocks. You pop open the door before she changes her mind and clamber out the car. Be good! Take care, Ike, she calls as she scurries out after you. He's wearing an eye-watering orange shirt with "Say Cheese" in front of it. Why is that eye-watering? I mean, that seems very Mega Pizzaplex appropriate. Which Mom makes him wear in crowded places so he's easier to spot. At least she didn't suggest you bring his leash. Do you want the child harness? She asks. Ooh, you manifested it. You roll your eyes. I do not. The last thing you want is to be physically tied to your shadow. That's what everyone calls Ike because he's always following you around and even looks exactly the way you did at his age, like your twins 6 years apart. Except no way were you ever so ignoring and clingy. Ooh, Ike's mouth hangs open as he gapes at the sign above you. Chica! The chicken glam rock in pink spandex is his favorite. Mine too, Ike. Well, I don't know, it's probably a tie between Chica and Roxy. Move it, Spud. You nudge him roughly toward the doors. Passing through the glass doors into the Pizzaplex is like stepping into another world. The lobby is mainly illuminated by the candy-colored neon glow, and you have to blink to let your eyes adjust from sunlight to the dimly lit interior. Ike sticks his fingers in his ears. The canopy of arcade games, loud rock music, and children shouting and laughing is almost overwhelming. You ate breakfast not long ago, but the mouth-watering aroma of fresh pizza, fried food, cotton candy, and popcorn sets your stomach rumbling. This place is unreal. It's Faz-tastic. Entry gates are straight ahead, but you stop at the welcome desk first and slide the printout of your winner email across it to a pale man in a red shirt. The Pizzaplex employee squints at the page as though he doesn't know how to read. He holds the barcode under a scanner and frowns at his computer screen. Huh, what the heck? Your skin starts to itch as you worry that maybe this was a scam or a prank after all. You glance out the doors to the street outside, but your mother's car is gone. The employee looks skeptical. Hold on a second, kids. He opens a drawer and rummages around for a while. He pulls out 2 plastic cars and hands them to you and Ike. Have fun! I love the little illustrations in this. They really add to the verisimilitude. Add VIP pass to your inventory and tap/touch here. Okay. A line of other kids and their parents has formed behind you, so you step to the side to examine your card. It's a dull gray with a silver magnetic strip on the back and the letters VIP printed on the front in black permanent marker. What's VIP? I guess. He pronounced the acronym as a word rhyming with zip. VIP, you say. Ike giggles. It stands for very important person, you explain. Are we very important, he asks. We're supposed to be. But this card doesn't make you feel important at all. It's so plain compared to the colorful, glossy entry passes with the Pizzaplex logo that the employee is hanging out to other customers. It's also greasy, with dust, crumbs, and hair stuck to it. Disgusting. You consider swapping with Ike, but his card is covered with flecks of dried tomato sauce, so you just wipe yours against your jeans, planning to wash it off in a bathroom later. You expected the Pizzaplex to roll out the red carpet, but it seems you are on your own. Some kids are using their cards at terminals near an entrance. They must be information kiosks to help plan a visit. If you use the pass at a terminal, tap/touch here. If you use the pass at a gate, tap/touch here. Okay, I think we should try to get some information first. Are there any other options? Okay. Wait, hang on. Okay, let's use the pass at a terminal. By the time you reach the terminals behind the welcome desk, all but one are already being used by customers. You insert your VIP pass into the slot below its screen, and it's slipped into the wall. The bouncing Pizzaplex logo disappears and is replaced with a blue screen. Terrific, you say. The machine is broken. You pound a fist against the kiosk. Give me back that card. Pixar art pizzas with white wings start flying across the screen. Then static crackles across the image. It's glitched, Ike says. You think? You snap. The static clears to reveal the face of a pink cartoon pig. Yes! With large, yes, brother. With large, round glasses that make his eyes look big. He wears an oversized black suit jacket with a loose red tie. Behind his head, a purple synthwave grid moves against a black background. Ooh, cool. I like synthwave. Hi, pig, Ike says. You're super cute. You gently smack the back of Ike's head. He can't hear you, silly. It's just a recording. The pig grins. Good morning, Devin and Ike. Welcome. Ooh, that's disconcerting. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex. He sounds like a young kid with a stuffy nose. Oh, that's cute, but I do not have the voice acting skills necessary to do a stuffy nose. A customized recording, you say? How do you know our names? I know a lot, he says. I am very informative, pig. My friends call me VIP. Will you be my friends? I'll be your friend, VIP, Ike chirps. Thank you. Stick with me, and we will have oodles of fun together. Tap/touch here. He's so cute. I know he's evil, just because everything in this series is evil. I'm like really excited for the Cassie interactive novel, just because I feel like Cassie like embodies me and embodies like so much of the fandom, where it's like we just love the animatronics and we just want them to be our friends. Like I just want to go to the Pizzaplex. I want to do some Nazercise with Chica. Like I want to eat a bunch of like pizza and soda and just like hang out. I don't want to constantly be murdered in inventive and creatively horrific ways, but I can see that's my destiny. Alright. Ike's right about one thing. The VIP is cute. He reminds you of those animated ads. Oh, I don't even know why. I don't know if I even made that clear why I brought up the Cassie thing, but just because Cassie likes the animatronics. That's my point. And I hope in hers there's like opportunities to like see the animatronics and befriend the animatronics. And I also think it'd be really interesting to like get to know the AI of the Glam Rocks better, to figure out like conclusively like are they haunted, or is it just like the glitch of the AI storyteller kind of thing. But yeah, Ike's right about one thing. VIP is cute. He reminds you of those animated ads for the Pizzaplex with cartoon renditions of the Glam Rock animal mascots, but you've never seen or heard of him before. Are you a new feature, you ask? Actually, I have been at the Pizzaplex for a while. However, it has been a very, very long time since I was last activated. VIP's smile turns upside down and a large blue tear appears below his right eye. Then he's back to his bright and cheerful self. Ike's hopping up and down in front of the terminal. You ignore him and ask VIP, what do you do? A graduation cap pops onto VIP's head. I think and I know things. I am a digital companion for Pizzaplex games. I can answer questions and make suggestions to enhance your visit. I have a question, Ike says, shifting from one foot to the other. VIP looks at Ike. It looks like you need a restroom. Would you like directions? Ike goes still. I do need to go potty, he says in a hushed voice. Hold in, you say. I have more important questions. How'd I win this special pass? I never entered any contests. I am programmed to anticipate what people want. I selected your name from a log of guests at a 5-mile radius who have not returned in 6 or more months, and are not missing or deceased. Why does the pig have access to criminal databases? Just a question. You invited us, you ask? Precisely, VIP says. That's why the staff wasn't expecting us today, you say. Something falls out into the slot below the screen with a hard thump. You pull it out. It's a large cookie. Free cookies. You pull it out. It's a large cookie in the shape of VIP's head. That sounds so cute and also delicious. A smart cookie for... Oh, sorry. What's this, you ask? A smart cookie for a smart cookie, VIP says. It's stale. You pass it to Ike. He grabs it eagerly and bites it. Ow, Ike says. Yuck. You said you haven't been activated in a while. Why not, you ask? A frown flickers across VIP's face, but so quickly you might have missed it had you blinked. Most kids did not appreciate my recommendations and preferred to do everything on their own. Parents have not been interested in paying a premium for my services. Consequently, so VIP is like essentially the Disney Plus of the, Genie Plus, sorry, of the Mega Pizzaplex is my understanding. Consequently, I have been woefully underutilized, he says. But I know I am an important part of the Mega Pizzaplex, and I can prove it. Go ahead, ask me anything. Okay. You glance at a poster on the wall showing Glamrock Bonnie the Bunny. Oh, so this is interesting for like timeline stuff, right? This is when Glamrock Bonnie still existed before the murder. You glanced at a poster on the wall showing Glamrock Bonnie the Bunny and Montgomery Gator with their arms over each other's shoulders and the words, "Don't ask why animatronics, ask instead, why not more animatronics?" A valid question. What does disconcerting mean, you ask? VIP closes his eyes. Disconcerting. Adjective. To make one feel troubled or uncomfortable. The background behind VIP changes to a purple spiral swirling against yellow with red and green triangles falling down the screen. Here is something, do we think this is a hypnosis sort of thing? Here is something to make your day even more magical, VIP says. He swirls his magic wand, creating a shower. Did he always have the magic wand? He swirls his magic wand, creating a shower of gold sparkles, and something drops into the slot below the screen with a kerthunk. You reach down and pull out a gamepad with a red rubber case and carrying handles on the sides. You switch it on and are disappointed when VIP's face appears on the screen instead of a video game. This device allows us to communicate with each other throughout your visit. Great, you think. As if he could read your mind, VIP puts his hands together and says, "This is my last opportunity to demonstrate the value I add for guests. If you promise not to ignore me during your visit, I can offer you a Fazbear experience like no other. And remember, it is all free for the day. Do you promise not to abandon me?" Ike's head bobbles enthusiastically. "I pinky promise. That's so cute." Kids cheer, "Yay!" from the gamepad. VIP fixes his gaze on you. Do you think the kids cheer "yay" from the gamepad are trapped to the gamepad like they were former VIP victims? VIP fixes his gaze on you. If you promise to stick with VIP all day, tap/touch here. If you don't make a promise you can't keep, tap/touch here. I think we're going to try to be a good child and stick with VIP. You don't like the idea of being stuck with both VIP and Ike for the whole day, especially since the pig wants to be in charge. Having a chaperone, even a virtual one limited to video screens, is the opposite of fun. But VIP is the reason you're here. He's probably lonely, you think. You know how that feels, or at least you did before Ike started tagging along all the time. Now you wish you had more space from him. Devin, do you promise not to abandon me? Why is he asking over and over again? VIP asks, I guess so, sure, you say. Whatever it takes to just get inside the Pizzaplex. The gamepad plays the sound of cheering kids. I really hope you mean that. VIP waves his wand and says, Fazza-Bedazzla! Your passes are now activated. The terminal spits out your card and blinks off. On your gamepad screen, VIP raises its fist to the air. Now who wants to have some mega fun, he says. Whee! Ike says. You roll your eyes. At the entrance, you and Ike stand in front of two gates and press your cards to the scanners. They flash green and the gates open. Ike runs inside. No running, please, VIP says. Ike stops short. Sorry. Perhaps we should go over the current rules for safety before we continue. VIP pulls out a scroll tied with a ribbon. When he opens it, the page rolls off of the bottom of the screen. You sigh. Tap/touch here. There's so much to do at the... Oh, is that a broken link? Okay, I don't know. Maybe we just didn't hear the rules? There's so much to do at the Mega Pizzaplex, you hardly know where to start. As you pass to the lobby, you look at the vibrant posters of all the attractions, planning out your day. With your VIP pass, you'll finally get to go on all the rides you want. Every birthday party you have been to at the Pizzaplex only included a few tokens for the Fazcade and the boring old Bonnie Bowl, but you've always wanted to try Roxy Raceway, racing go-karts at high speeds on the tracks, snaking through the atrium. And you're itching to go to Fazzer Blast since you play so many first-person shooters. It would just be a lot more fun to do this with your friends and your little brother. The gamepad beeps.
You glance at the screen and VIP says, "You look like you were choosing an activity. Would you like some help?" "No, I'm good," you say. VIP produces a bowling ball. The most popular attraction at the Mega Pizza Plex is Bunny Bowl, and it is best to go before the midday birthday party rush. See, this really does remind me of GD Plus, because he's giving you, like, scheduling advice. He rolls the ball towards the screen and it cracks the glass. Animated shards tumble down, leaving behind a black background. You shake your head, but Ike pipes up, "I want a bowl!" "We aren't bowling," you say. "Bunny Bowl!" Ike shouts. VIP saunters back on screen. "No yelling!" "Bunny Bowl," Ike repeats. "Bunny Bowl, Bunny Bowl, Bunny Bowl." I think we should do Bunny Bowl. I mean, this is a very rare opportunity, right? We don't know it, but Bunny Bowl's about... I mean, Bunny is going to die tragically soon, and bowling's always fun. You got the whole day, man. On the way toward the bowling alley, you point out other fun attractions like Monty's Maze and Fazzer Blast, but Ike can't be swayed. VIP isn't helping the situation by feeding you ads for Bunny Bowl and tips about the game. The more he hypes it up, the less you want to do it. When you pass the Fazcade, you pause and gaze longingly at the rows of arcade and pinball machines inside. You spot your friends, Alistar, Gabe, and Emma, playing one of your favorite games, Catch That Fetch. Ooh, a Fetch reference. You wish you were hanging out with them instead of your brother. "Too bad the Pizzaplex doesn't have a daycare," you say. "They plan to build one in the expansion," VIP says, so that's interesting. I don't know enough about Timeline to really be able to comment on any of this, but, like, obviously it's interesting that this is when Bonnie was still alive, and it's also before the daycare was added, which is interesting because I know there's lots of theories that, like, Sun and Moon are very old characters, or possibly very old animatronics, but I guess just the fact that the characters are animatronics themselves, they might have been in storage until they built the daycare. I'm not sure. That doesn't do me much good now. You sadly continue to follow Ike. Maybe if you let him beat you at Bonnie Bowl quickly, he'll agree to go to the arcade next. Unfortunately, bowling with a 6-year-old usually takes time and patience, and you know you're going to waste a lot of your special day there. It's so unfair. Then you spot something that could give you freedom for a little while, a merry-go-round in the play area. Once Ike is on a carousel, it's almost impossible to get him to leave. He would ride it for hours if you let him. Hours. We shouldn't ditch Ike. I'm guessing that we might have to at some point to advance the plot, but, like, that's a bad thing to do. Let's continue on to the Bunny Bowl. A promise. Game over for being a good brother. This is something I also, like, I've noticed in the Fazbear Fright series that, like, annoys me, is that, for example, Sea Bonnies. I recently read the graphic novel version of Sea Bonnies. Like, Mott is just being a good brother, and he's horribly punished by the narrative for it. And I'm just being punished. Like, I get game over, but I'm going to call this actually a good ending. I could end the game right now because I made the right choice, and I kept Ike safe. Okay, it says a promise is a promise, and you're supposed to keep an eye on your brother. Even though you know nothing would happen to him here, if he tells your mom you left him out of your sight for even a minute, you won't be allowed back at the Pizzaplex or anywhere else until you're 18. And if he doesn't tell her, he'll always have a way to blackmail you. Devon's a pretty Machiavellian kid. He's like, I cannot give Ike leverage. When you get to the Bonnie Bowl, Ike has to use the bathroom first. By the time he's done, a birthday party has arrived, so you end up waiting half an hour for a free lane. Bowling takes forever because Ike rolls his ball so slowly towards the pins. Even with bumpers keeping it out of the gutter, he barely hits any. It takes all your skill to let him beat you. "You're so bad at bowling," Ike says when he wins. You grit your teeth. You finally get to the arcade, but your friends are long gone. Then Ike's hungry, so you go to El Chips for lunch. All afternoon, VIP suggests activities to Ike, and Ike tells you what to do. At closing time, VIP invites you to select your rating of his helpfulness. You tap the number 1, but 5 lights up. 5 stars, VIP says, thank you. So, like, if VIP can just change your rating, I mean, why does he even need to lure people to the Pizzaplex? Couldn't he just, like, fake all this data? When Mom picks you up, she says, "How was it?" "This was the best day ever," Ike says. Mom smiles at you. You're a good big brother. But, you know, that's not good enough for Fazbear Entertainment, I guess. Game over. Tap/touch here to try again. Okay. I'm going to play normal difficulty. Tap/touch here. Add VIP pass to your inventory and tap/touch here. I wonder if we use the pass at the gate, if that stops anything. Oh, Glamrock Chica, nice. Okay, you stride towards the entry gates with Ike on your heels, hoping the stupid VIP pass works. Here goes, you think. You press the card to a reader and the display flashes green. The gate swings open away from you. Yes, you say, but before you can step through, it slams shut again. No! The display flickers and turns from green to red with glowing white text. See VIP. I am the VIP, you shout. You snatch Ike's pass and try it. Same thing. Your brother presses against your side. He's trembling. Can we go now? He says in a timid voice. What's wrong with you? You say harshly. He's terrified by something on the other side of the gates. No, it's someone. Glamrock, that's interesting. Like, is an animatronic a something or someone? Glamrock Chica is standing nearby, mobbed by joyful kids. The 6+1 white chicken's head swivels in your direction, and her purple eyes look directly into yours. You can't help but shiver. Oh, that's really interesting. I never thought of it. The 6+1 made me remember because I was very blessed and I got to see the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics before they discontinued them, and the purple eyes, I think, is accurate to Helen Henny. And then it's true in real life, the animatronics are massive. Like, you really do understand the realism of, like, one of those being able to kill you, because they're huge. They're probably bigger than 6 foot, and they're, like, a couple 100 pounds at least. It's, like, really cool the scale of them. But anyway, the 6 foot plus, I guess this is 6 foot plus, so we don't really know how tall she is. 6 foot plus white chicken's head swivels in your direction, and her purple eyes look directly into yours. You can't help but shiver. You clear your throat. I thought she's your favorite. She's too big, Ike squeaks. Haven't you ever seen an animatronic before? So this is actually very crying child, Michael Afton, Dave Afton, Michael Afton sort of like coded. Their dynamic, right, where he's like sick of being with his little brother, and his brother's scared of the animatronics, even though he likes the characters of the animatronics. Haven't you seen an animatronic before? Then you realize he hasn't. This is his first time visiting the Mega Pizzaplex. No wonder he's so excited to come with you. They're harmless. The worst thing she'll do is make you exercise and eat junk food. Glamrock Chica suddenly sprints toward the entrance, closing the distance fast. Ike screams and covers his eyes. When she reaches your gate, she stops and says cheerfully, "Are you lost?" You've seen the Glamrock animatronics before in person, but only on the stage and in their green rooms behind a glass window. Okay, up close, Glamrock Chica is maybe a little scary, as scary as someone can be in a pink leotard and leg warmers. But since Ike is afraid, you certainly aren't going to show any nervousness. Hey, Glamrock Chica. Should you call her Miss Chica? Idiot, she's just a fancy robot. It's not like she has any feelings or intelligence. You hold up your VIP pass. This thing doesn't work. She stares at it curiously. Oh, you must be Devin. She leans over the entry gate and looks down at Ike. And you're Ike. Ike peeks out from between his fingers. Oh, that's so cute. That's, like, very good, like, body language, and I feel like descriptive imagery for how, like, a little kid would act. You know who I am? Glamrock Chica straightened. Of course. We're so happy you've come to have fun with us at the Mega Pizzaplex today. VIP is expecting you. Just insert your pass in a terminal over there. She points to the wall behind the welcome desk. Ike puts his hands on top of the gate and looks up at Chica adoringly. I like your bow, he says. What a sweet boy. Chica runs a hand over the 3 feathers on her head. Thanks, kid. Hey, here's a hint that might help you later. If you get lost, just keep going left. Okay, left. I feel like my dad always told me right. She winks. Okay, you shrug and head towards the terminal. Bye, Chica, Ike shouts. See you later. Have fun, she says as she stomps off. Tap/touch here. Okay, so now we're back at the terminal. Tap/touch here. The VIP is so cute. If you promise to stick with VIP all day, I'm trying to get a good ending, but I am kind of interested to see what happens if you don't make a promise you can't keep. Devin, VIP asks, nah, it's bad enough that I'm stuck babysitting Ike, you say. I don't need Big Brother watching, that's pretty funny, and telling you what to do. Is that your final answer, VIP asks? The background behind him blooms crimson. Oh. Yep, can we go now? The screen flickers and VIP's animation jitters. Certainly. Your passes are now activated. Ooh. It's funny that when we say, like when we agree with him, he doesn't believe us and he makes us double check, but when we're just like, no, he kind of just accepts us and lets us go. Certainly. Your passes are now activated. The terminal spits out your card forcefully and you fumble to catch it. On the gamepad, VIP crosses his arms and says, I'll be right here when you need me. The terminal goes dark. That's not menacing. You hand the gamepad to Ike. When you press your card against the scanner at the entrance, the light turns green and the gate opens. As you finally enter the Pizzaplex, Ike trails behind, fixated on the gamepad. It's a map of the whole place, Ike says. Hey, it looks like a pizza. I have marked the most And popular attractions are the most direct path to them, VIP says. Currently, Roxy Raceway and Monty's Maze have the shortest wait. That's interesting because last time he was recommending something different. I already know where I'm going, you lie. Shut that off, Ike. Please do not do that, VIP, please. We still have to do our special behind-the-scenes tour. You can visit many locations closed to the public. The rehearsal room, the kitchen, parts and services. You would love to brag to your friends about seeing some hidden parts of the Pizzaplex. Now you're talking, Pig, you say. Let's go. There's so much to do at the Mega Pizzaplex, you hardly know where to start. As you pass through the lobby, you look at the vibrant posters of all the attractions. Okay, so this is We've Gone Back, which again, I kind of think that's weird, right? Is that a broken link? Okay, I don't know. It's a little bit weird because it's like the same text as before, and again where he's saying Bonnie Bowl, but I guess maybe he was just offering the like cooler attractions to lure us into accepting his help, and then now he's gonna go back to Bonnie Bowl. I don't know. Okay, so we apparently have to ditch Ike on the merry-go-round, which is so sad. Look, Ike, they have a merry-go-round. Ike immediately stops and stares at it. As a music box version of Pop Goes a Weasel plays, 3 rings rotate, and that's very interesting. That's actually not interesting to anyone except for me. But Pop Goes a Weasel is interesting because Willy's Wonderland, which is a very similar horror movie with like a very similar plot to Five Nights at Freddy's with killer animatronics, the villain is a weasel. As a music box version of Pop Goes a Weasel plays, 3 rings rotate in opposite directions with old-timey versions of the animatronics Freddy Fazbear, Chica the Chicken, and Buddy the Bunny to ride on. Funtime Foxy. Ooh, Funtime Foxy. That's interesting. So this really is like for many different eras of FNAF. Funtime Foxy sits at the prow of a small pirate ship, pointing the way forward with his hook, and there's even a balloon boy hot air balloon with Mr. Cupcake seat. I want to ride that, Ike says in a hushed voice. Maybe after Bonnie Bowl, you say. No, I want to ride it now, Ike says. I don't know, you say. Oh, your reverse psychology and your brother. Please, Ike says. You smile. Okay, if you really want to, I guess we could do Bonnie Bowl later. You wait in line, and as soon as the gate opens, Ike races for one of the Chica seats. He climbs in. I'm going to go to the arcade while you ride this, you say. Just stay here until I get back. VIP wags a finger and shakes his head. Children should not be left unattended. You're tired of this very irritating pig. You put the gamepad on the seat next to Ike. Then you keep an eye on him. Please do not go, VIP says. The background strobes yellow and white. You said you would not abandon me. I'm not abandoning you. I'll be back. Eventually. Find your friends at the Faz-Carried tap/touch here. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry, I keep clicking because I think there's going to be another option, but there's one option. You find your friends Alistar, Gabe, and Emma at the Faz-Carried. They're surprised to see you. Yeah, I won a VIP contest. You show them your special pass, but they aren't impressed by the plain plastic card. Gabe cracks up. What is that? You obviously made that yourself. Why are the kids so mean in the world of Five Nights at Freddy's? I think the exception would be Chip and Mike from Into the Pit, where they're actually nice, but I feel like this is an ever-present theme where it reminds me of Stephen King's. I've heard people say in all Stephen King novels, the mean kids are always murderers. They're always trying to kill the kids they're bullying. It's always way beyond the pall of typical kid bullying. And then also I feel that's a reoccurring theme in the Fazbear Fright stories and the Tales of Pizzaplex stories is kids are really mean. I feel there's several themes, and it's always there's always economic tension. The protagonists are generally from lower socioeconomic classes. A lot of times the parents are sick, or a parent has died. And there's always this theme of they're ostracized by their their classmates or by their friends or whatever. Or even their friends are kind of mean sometimes. I don't know, not all the time. There are close friends. But even since the friends are punished, in Haps, those guys are best buddies. But again, they're being ostracized by the rest of their friends. So I don't know. I'm not saying that means anything. It's just an interesting motif. And you could say, if you wanted, that maybe that mirrors the crying child's alienation, or not. Because again, these are his friends. Why are they being so mean? I don't know. Is this just how kids are? I don't know. You bet the gamepad would convince them that you're telling the truth, but if you go back further, you'll be stuck with VIP and Ike again. Your friends don't seem that interested anyway. Alistar is trying to get the high score and catch that fetch, but when he runs out of tokens, he gives up. Let's get out of here, he says. Come on, hang out a little longer, you say. Let's go into riots. We've been on all of them so many times, Gabe says. They're boring. I can eat, you say. Maybe the glam rock animatronics are performing soon. Animatronics are for little kids, Dev. I mean, we could watch them ironically. Why don't you come with us, Emma says. We're going to play the new Dino Shock at my place. No, I think I'll stay a while, you say. Right, enjoy your VIP pass, Gabe winks. They laugh and walk off. Alone and annoyed, you play a round of Catch That Fetch and take some satisfaction, easily beating the high score. Before you can enter your initials, the screen scrambles. When it stops glitching, you see VIP's face, and he is one very irate pig. Around you, people are complaining. Hey, what happened to my game? What's with this pig? Are we being pranked? I just lost my token. You look around and see VIP's face on arcade games throughout the entire Faz-Cade. His colors are scarily inverted. Uh-oh. Words pop up on the screens. You lie, Devin. Who's Devin, people say. You back away from the arcade cabinet. How is VIP doing this? That doesn't matter. You just have to get him to stop. You hurry to a terminal in the atrium. When you insert your pass, a red-faced VIP appears and says, I wondered if I should trust you, but I wanted to. Whatever happens next is your fault. Oh my god. I have my full attention now, you say. Good. More importantly, I have your brother. VIP is suddenly wearing a shirt that says, I like Ike? Also, I'm sorry, this is not to take away from the tension of this moment, because this is, like, horrifying that he's taking your brother hostage, but it's somewhat funny that these stories always have silly little, like, American political references. Like, the week before has a Watergate reference with Deep Dish, and then this is I Like Ike, which is an American political slogan, and then in Return to the Pit, there's, like, a joke about Oswald's police call him Lee Harvey Oswald. I don't know. That not relevant to anything, I guess, besides the general, like, themes of, like, nostalgic Americana in a FNAF, but it's just interesting. Okay. Your blood runs cold. Where's Ike? Is he okay? He is fine. For now. I have hidden him somewhere in the pizzaplex. Not good, man. What do you want? I want you to play with me all day like you promised. You can get your brother back by winning my special game. And if I don't? VIP smiles broadly. Ike remains trapped here forever. Sorry, I had no other choice. But you do. That's very disconcerting. Okay, if you report VIP to Pizzaplex staff, take/touch here. If you take VIP up on his challenge, tap/touch here. Let's at least try staff. Oh, wow. I didn't think it was going to be effective, but I didn't think it was going to lead us to a game over. The Pizzaplex staff couldn't be less interested in your wild story, and VIP plays dumb, which is quite a stretch for him since you know so much. I mean, that doesn't make sense. There were like millions of witnesses seeing that he was like changing all the arcade screens. Can't you just grab a random kid and get him to say like, hey, all screens glitched out, and it was saying like, you lied, Devin. I don't know. Which is quite a stretch for him since he knows so much. But apparently there's a whole procedure in place for when a kid goes missing, which involves securing the glam rock animatronics in the green rooms and doing a full sweep of the pizzaplex. That's interesting. I wonder why. Like, do they have reason to believe the glam rocks could hurt a child? Unfortunately, after searching all day, there's still no sign of Ike. Your family moves away from the town soon after, and you never stop wondering what happened to your little brother. Game over. Man, that's pretty sad. Okay. Normal difficulty. Oh, wait, hang on. I was supposed to VIP pass touch. Okay. I don't think it matters if we do a terminal or we do a gate. Okay, so I guess we'll promise to stick with VIP because either way he gets that promise out of us. Ponyville. We ditch Ike on the merry-go-round. We find our friends at the Faz-Cade. Okay, we have to take VIP up on his challenge. Fine. What's your game, VIP, you say? VIP waves his magic wand and the terminal dispenses heavy coins into the slot below the screen. You find 5 gold Faz tokens. 5, like the 5 missing children. Sorry. Each with the classic Freddy Fazbear on the front with the words "Since 1983" along the top edge and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza below. You must use these tokens to earn 1,000 points at various games in the Pizzaplex by the end of the day, VIP says. If you succeed, I will release Ike. That doesn't sound too bad. What's the catch, you say? I know you do not like following rules, but rules make games even more fun, VIP says. You can only play each game once, and you have to ask me for help. VIP's wand sparkles, and you hear a familiar kerthunk. You retrieve a new gamepad from the terminal slot. This one's in a pink case. Cute. Just because I have to ask VIP for help doesn't mean I have to listen. This is like, Devin is a strategic, scheming little child. You know what I mean? Because like he wanted the passes so that he could like use them to exert power over his classmates, and then he reverse psychologies Ike into getting on the merry-go-round. And he, even now, like, you would think he's just like panicked because like his little brother has been kidnapped by this like AI virtual reality pig, but he's still listening closely to the and like finding loopholes in VIP's wording. So like Devin is a worthy opponent to VIP, I think. Just because I have to ask VIP for help doesn't mean I have to listen, you think. Anything else you add? Use the gamepad to keep track of your tokens and points as you play. Remember, if you run out of tokens before you reach 1,000 points, you automatically lose, and you will become an only child. Okay, I think I do remember from She's Only Nervous that you have to actually get more than 1,000 points. But I guess we'll do a couple bad endings before we get the final good ending. I'm optimistic that this won't be as long and as exhausting as Return to the Pit, because this was like kind of the free one, so I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit shorter. And you automatically lose, and you will become an only child. That's horrifying. As VIP explains the rules, they appear on your gamepad screen. Tap/touch share and review the game's rules. VIP's game rules. Remember this page and come back to it whenever you need to. Okay, so let me just write down so I know. The rules page is... Hang on. I'm just opening like a blank Gmail draft or something to put my notes in. Okay, so the rules page is 1252 is the rules page. Okay. VIP's game rules. Remember this page and come back to it whenever you need to. Use Faz-Tokens to play games in the Pizzaplex. Earn at least 1,000 points by the end of the day to save Ike. You can only play each game once. Ask VIP for help or suggestions while playing the game. If you run out of Faz-Tokens before earning 1,000 points, you lose. Keep good notes on the number of Faz-Tokens you have. Okay, number of Faz-Tokens. Faz-Tokens. Does he tell me how many Faz-Tokens I have? I guess he will at some point. The games you've played, score, and any active game conditions. Okay. Diligent note-taking, the most fun part of a beach day or a mega Pizzaplex day. Okay. All right. If you run out of tokens and have less than 1,000 points, tap/touch cheer. If you collect 1,000 points, tap/touch cheer. When you're ready to begin VIP's challenge, return to the atrium and tap/touch here. Okay. You are in the atrium, standing by a terminal that is currently running a flashy ad for Monty's Gator Golf. VIP waits on your gamepad, ready to offer suggestions. But can you trust him? Maybe your brother wandered off on his own, or you can discover where VIP hid him as you explore. You should keep an eye out. You are facing the play area in the center of the Pizzaplex, which holds slides and kiddie rides like the merry-go-round where you left Ike. There's a long line of people waiting to use the photo. The Fazcade is behind you, and the entrance to Rockstar Row is on your left. From here you can see, I've never really been good at remembering directions. I hope this isn't vitally important. Okay, the Fazcade is behind you and the entrance to Rockstar Row is on your left. From here you can see several arcade machines stationed along the circular walkway wrapping around the atrium. You could play some of those to win VIP's high score challenge. Go-karts rumble along the track, snaking around and even over the walkway. Somehow the rides of the game seem less fun when you have to play them to satisfy VIP, just like reading is less fun when it's a school assignment. But time's a wasting, you have a brother to save before the Pizzaplex closes for the night. If you want to explore the Faz-Cade, tap/touch here. If you want to explore the atrium, tap/touch here. If you want to explore Rockstar Row, tap/touch here. I think the Faz-Cade, I mean, is that obvious? But that's where there's going to be a lot of games. Inside the Faz-Cade, the flashing lights, jangling music, and beeping game sounds meant to spark joy and excitement only fill you with a strange depression. You left Ike alone so you could play games with your friends, and now he's gone, and so are your friends. All you have left is VIP and your guilt. This is a very, very big stretch, but just because it's kind of sticking in my head, like, Carrie is a very classic 80s horror novel about, like, social ostration and, like, the revenge of people that are being socially ostracized, and pigs are a big motif in Carrie. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know, like, I'm guessing they were just looking for, like, other animals that they had used in FNAF, but hadn't used for major characters yet. My theory would be they have Monty because they had the kid in the alligator mask, and Andrew, but they never really used them as an animatronic in the games, and there's, of course, been a kid with a pig mask, but they haven't used him as a character in the game, so I'm guessing that's why they made VIP Pig. Or they just liked the pun, I don't know. But it's kind of, to me, it's like there's kind of like a level, or maybe a slight illusion, because, like, you know, FNAF is 80s horror, Carrie is 80s horror, and they both have this theme of, like, abandoning people or ostracizing people and then being punished for it, and they both have pigs as a motif. Okay. Even that Chica candy cream machine near the center of the arcade reminds you of Ike. You consider trying to win him a plush Mr. Cupcake from the claw machine. It looks like the game also awards points. What else could you play to get the most points? You pushed your way through the kids, milling through the arcade, and clustered around video game cabinets and pinball tables. You can't help but look for your brother in the pressing crowd. Your heart pounds and beats with the music. Your head hurts and sweat pours down your face. You look like you're having a panic attack, the VIP says. Would you like to visit a health station? You want to get out of here. Not just the arcade, but the Pizzaplex. But you can't go home alone. Out of all the video games here, you're the best at Mangle's Crust, but there only seems to be one cabinet that's turned off. If you play Chica's Candy Cream, tap/touch here. If you return to the atrium, tap/touch here. If you try to plug in Mangle's Quest, tap/touch here. Am I going to get electrocuted? You head over to the Mangle's Quest cabinet, hoping you can figure out what's wrong with it. Unfortunately, it seems likely that your high score will have been wiped from its memory. The screen is dark, but there's no out-of-order sign like on the other broken games in the arcade. You peek around the back and see what the possible problem is. The machine's unplugged. You try to pull the cabinet away from the wall so you can get behind it, but it's too heavy. A couple of kids see you straining to move it, but rather than help, they laugh as they pass by, and that's not nice. You drop to your hands and knees and reach for the loose plug on the floor. Your fingers brush against it, but you can't quite grab it. Whatever. You're about to stand up when you catch a glint from something among the clumps of dust gathered behind the cabinet. You pluck it up and discover it's a coin, but not just any coin, it's a Faz token. Talk about buried treasure. You now have an extra chance to win VIP's challenge. Add one Faz token to your inventory. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that. We have one extra Faz token, and I will put on my rainbow emotive state, because that is a good thing. Okay, we've got one Faz token. I don't know, like, how many... Did it say how many tokens he gave us in the beginning? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Were we supposed to know that? Because I don't know that. Can I go back? I was just going to see if I could go back to the page. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not sure how to get back to the rules page. Oh, wait. Okay, go to location. 1252. Because I don't remember if he said how many tokens he gave us. Okay. Well,
I don't know. I'm already confused, but that's okay. We have at least one Faz-Token. If you played Chica's Candy Crane, tap/touch here. If you've already played Chica's Candy Crane, return to the atrium and tap/touch here. Okay, let's play Chica's Candy Crane. As you approach Chica's Candy Crane, a little girl in pigtails trudges away from it with her head down. She cries as she bites into a chocolate bar. A sticker on the glass of the machine says, "Everyone's a winner!" There's only one Mr. Cupcake inside. Buried in the center of the machine, up to its eyes, an assortment of sweets. This close, you realize it isn't a plush at all, but a plastic toy with movable parts, like a mini animatronic. You imagine Ike's joy when you hand him the toy. He had a Mr. Cupcake plush when he was little, and there are baby pictures of him in a Let's Eat bib with Chica's face. The claw of the crane game is a large yellow mechanical hand. You slide a token into the machine, and a 30-second timer counts down. You grab the joystick and jerkily navigate the claw into position exactly over the toy before your time is up. The claw descends, closes firmly around the cupcake's pink icing top. The fingers slip right off. Rigged. You smack the glass. Are crane games actually beatable? I don't know. I have very poor motor skills and I've never been good at games, but it was always kind of my feeling that they were just all rigged and it's just all random chance. But that said, I've been to round 1 with people, and I did eventually win something in one of the mini gotcha claw machines. And I know people that have won actual things at the claw machines. So I don't know if it's just it depends on the place, or if I'm just really bad at claw machines. I don't know what the strategy for that would be. How would I feel everybody puts a little claw above the thing you're trying to grab, but what controls that the little fingers actually grab the thing or not? That just seems like random chance. I don't know. That's not the point of the story at all. Okay, you smack the glass. Mr. Cupcake's eyes dart towards you and you jump back. A bag of candy drops into the tray below and 100 points flashes onto the display. Add 100 points to your score, add candy to your inventory, remove 1 Faz-Token from your inventory. Okay, so now I have 0 Faz-Tokens, ? And I've got... I really don't remember how many he gave me. Also, am I losing because I didn't ask him for help? Okay, I'm already confused. Oh, and I have candy in my inventory. Candy. Okay. But yeah, I don't remember how many Faz-Tokens I'm supposed to have, so I'm not sure if that was my only Faz-Token or what. Okay. If you return to the atrium, tap/touch here. If you try to plug in Mango's quest, tap/touch here. Can I get another coin if I try to plug it in? Hey, I got another one! I don't know if that's cheating or not, but I'm going to say that's another Faz-Token. Okay, I've already played Chica's Candy Crane, so I'm going to return to the atrium. You are in the atrium, standing by a terminal that is currently running a flashy ad for Monty's Gator Golf. Okay. Okay, explore the Fazcade. Is there anything else I can see in the Fazcade? No, it's just... Wait, if I go back here, can I get more tokens, though? I don't know if that's cheating. Is every time I reach this screen getting more Faz-Tokens, or is there only 1 Faz-Token there? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if I'm cheating or not. But I'm gonna say that's 2 Faz-Tokens. But I'm not gonna just infinitely click back and forth and be 1 million Faz-Tokens. But I mean, the book doesn't stop you from doing that, but I don't know if there's really a way for it to stop you from doing it. Anywho, okay, I've already played Chica's Candy Crane, so I'm just gonna do them in order. Explore the atrium. The walkway wraps around the entire atrium, so you hurry along it, taking note of the different attractions. You pay particular attention to the games that don't have long lines, since you can't afford to spend your whole day waiting around for a chance to play. You look like you're trying to pick a game, VIP chimes in. Would you like me to help you choose? You ignore him. Your best options seem to be Monty's Maze, Freddy's Faster Fast Challenge, and Roxy Raceway. You haven't played any of them before, but you've always wanted to try them. You just wish you didn't have the pressure of needing to win points to save Ike.
If you want to see your brother again, you need to accept my help, VIP reminds you. He twirls his wine like a baton, setting glowing question marks flying in every direction. Fine, he reminds me of Fairy Godmother from Shrek 2. In that they're both evil and they have wands. Fine, what should I play, oh wise one? Less sarcasm, please. At this time, I recommend you play Monty's Maze, Faz-Tokens I, or Roxy Raceway. Annoyed about having to ask VIP for advice you didn't even need, you contemplate checking out a cluster of arcade machines tucked in an alcove beside Glamrock Gifts. If you go to Monty's Maze, tap/touch here. If you go to Freddy's Faz-Tokens Challenge, tap/touch here. If you go to Roxy Raceway, tap/touch here. If you go to the alcove, tap/touch here. Well, I have to ask for help. I guess originally he didn't say that I had to accept my help. This time he said I had to accept my help, but I'm hoping maybe if I go to like alcoves and little like clustered away spots, I can find more Faz-Tokens on the ground. In the alcove are 2 arcade games, Cyber Fox vs. Mega Mangle and Funtime Fantasy. You haven't seen those particular titles in the Fazcade before. You're itching to try them, but they each require a Faz token to play. You doubt you would score very high on them the first time you play, so they probably aren't worth the token or your time. The machines are placed on either side of a terminal with a chair in front of it. This looks like it's set up for someone to watch a movie, perhaps as a distraction for a little kid. You wish you'd seen this earlier because it would have been a great place to station Ike while you played those video games with your friends. I must warn you, if you continue to dawdle like this, you will never see Ike again. Oh, why is he so mean? Why is he taking a literal child hostage? The rules stipulate that you have to play games and win points. You doubt it's a good idea to provoke VIP, but you're tempted to browse the offerings of the terminal just to annoy him. If you sit at the terminal, tap/touch here. If you go to Monty's Maze, tap/touch here. If you go to Freddy's Fazbear Challenge, tap/touch here. If you go to Roxy's Raceway, tap/touch here. I don't know if it's like a Limber Sculpson thing where we want to annoy him into exploding or giving information, or if we want to keep him calm. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe we can provoke him into like, maybe... Okay. You move to the terminal and are shocked to find Glamrock Freddy's head resting on the chair. What's this doing here? Your curiosity gets the better of you, so you pick it up. The head is lighter than it looks, with wires and circuits inside. It's just your size. You sit down and place the head on your lap, and the terminal switches on. Not this thing, VIP yawns widely. What is it, you ask? Letters appear on the screen. MOOE ready. Place the helmet on your head to begin. This is the max occupancy experience, VIP explains dismissively. With the upcoming expansion, many sections will be closed and under construction. The building is ever at maximum capacity. Stations like this can provide guests with a virtual day at the Pizzaplex. I've never heard of this before. It is experimental, and no one has volunteered to test it, VIP says. How many Faz tokens to use it, you ask? It is free because it is obviously not as good as the real thing. Even these ancient arcade games are more enjoyable. The words "say no to Mo" scroll down on the screen behind VIP. I don't know. I feel like I might be cheating a little bit because I think I might remember this from a video. This is good. I don't know. In Tales of the Pizzaplex, generally AR and VR end terribly. Like this reminds me of the under construction AR thing that she ends up like dying in. But he does say it's experimental and no one's volunteered to test it, but it also does seem like, I mean, he's lied about a lot of things, so, and maybe in the virtual, it's no Faz tokens, and maybe there are games there you can win points, so I'm going to put on the helmet, tap/touch here. It feels strange to put on Freddy's head, but once the helmet settles into place, it's rather cozy and smells like a brand new car. You can see the terminal in front of you, but the mask's eyes must also be a screen because a heads-up display shows a full battery charge. A pleasant male voice comes from speakers near your ears. Thank you for choosing the max occupancy experience. We know you're disappointed that the Mega Pizzaplex has reached maximum capacity, or your favorite attraction. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the words are working again. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. A pleasant male voice comes from speakers near your ears. Thank you for choosing the max occupancy experience. We know you're disappointed that the Mega Pizzaplex has reached maximum capacity, or your favorite attraction is currently under construction, or unavoidable circumstances for which we cannot be held liable of temporarily disrupted available services. You're beginning to have second thoughts about this, but before you can remove the helmet, the voice resumes. This high-quality recreation of the Pizzaplex was designed to be indistinguishable from the real thing, and in some ways, the Mo is even better. There is a very low chance of involuntary dismemberment or lobotomy. I mean, sounds good. All food contains 0 calories. And during your virtual visit, all games provide 10 times their usual points. Nice, which still may be exchanged at the real prize center. Tap start to initialize the Mo. Okay, I do feel that I do feel like I'm cheating a little bit because I think I remember this from, She's Always Nervous video, and I don't think I would have figured this out on my own, but this is excellent. 10 times the points. Unless it's a trick, but I guess we'll see. Tap start to initialize the Mo. A green button labeled start floats in front of you. Below it is a red cancel button. Note that if you use the Mo, you must restart this game from the beginning. All game uses will be reset. You can keep current points and replay any games you have already played. Okay, that sounds good. I only played the one game. Oh, I was supposed to keep track of what games I played. Okay, I only played the Chica Crane game, but it says I can keep my points and replay any games that I've already played. So, I'm going to press start. You tap start with your finger and the words, "Are you sure?" "Yes," "No" appear on the screen. Sure, why not? You tap the Y and slowly the virtual room around you transitions to a familiar place. You're in an atrium standing by a terminal that is currently running a flashy ad for Monty's Gator Golf. VIP waits on your gamepad ready to offer suggestions. You reach up and feel the glam rock Freddy helmet on your head so you know you're in the Mo, but everything looks very realistic, right down to simulated people walking around. Psst. VIP calls to you from the gamepad. Listen, we don't have much time. The background behind him is sky blue with pink and white cherry blossoms drifting diagonally. Stop rushing me, you say. I'm going to play some games now, right? No, I mean he's going to be here any minute. He, VIP. Aren't you VIP, you ask? You wonder if the Mo has scrambled his programming. Yes, I'm VIP. Virtual Information Pig. Virtual Informative Pig. VIP, Very Informative Pig, wouldn't want me to tell you something important about the Mo, so quickly pay attention to these updated rules. Okay. You like Virtual Informative Pig more than his know-it-all counterpart. While you're in the Mo, special conditions apply, he explains. Your scores will multiply by 10, so 300 points times 10 would give you scratch your head. It's easy. On the gamepad, he shows the number 300. Just add an extra 0 to the end. A 0 rolls onto the screen from the right and crashes into the 300, making it 3000. This is a good tip that will help you in math classes in real life and when you're trying to free your brother who has been kidnapped by an evil animatronic pig. Wow, VIP must honor this. The games may be simulated, but the Pizzaplex points are points. Also, while restarting the game, you can keep any points you have already earned. You now have all the Faz-Tokens you started with again, and all the games you already played are reset, so you can play them again. Sweet. That is enough from you, virtual interfering pig. The real VIP drops into the screen. He points his magic wand at his doppelganger, Phasmagoria. Writhing purple energy, purple, emanates from the wand and swirls around the nicer VIP. Good luck, Devin. Oh, poor virtual informative pig's words fade with him. Now get on with him, VIP says. Make a note that... Okay, hang on. Make a note that most special conditions are in effect. Multiply any new points you acquire by 10. If this is your second time or beyond in Mo, make a note that double special Mo conditions are in effect. Multiply any new points you acquire by 100. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. You may keep your current points and replay any games you have already played. You may also keep any items in your inventory. I mean, it sounds great. Now, maybe it's all pretend, but I mean, let's try it out. Let's Okay, let's go to the Faz-Tokens again. I'd also be interested to see... Okay, so even in this virtual reality version, Mango's Quest isn't working. I wonder if it'll work if I plug it in here. Okay, this is going to give me one more Faz token. I'm going to count this to my total, so I'm going to say I now have 3 Faz tokens. And I'm going to play Chica's Candy Crane because I haven't played it yet. Add 100 points to my score, add candy to my inventory, remove 1 Faz token from my inventory. Okay, so now I've got 2 Faz tokens, and instead of getting 100 points, I actually have 1,000 points. So now I have 1,100 points, and I've played Chica Crane. Okay. Alright. Let me return to the atrium, and then... Okay, there's Monty's Maze, Freddy's Fazbear. I'm just going to, I guess, like, try to knock them all out. Okay, Monty's Maze is supposed to be nerve-wracking because the Montgomery Gator animatronic stalks the labyrinth and will carry you out if you run into him. But you've also heard that the entrance to the attraction is the scariest thing about it, a giant alligator's mouth. I mean, that sounds fun. An Asian woman in a red Pizzaplex visor and matching shirt with checkered suspenders and black pants stops you from entering. You might want to come back another day. Monty's in kind of a bad mood. The last coach is dragged out of the maze and we're going to close it until he calms down. You hear banging and shouting from inside. You laugh. They're really trying to make it seem fun in there. I'm not afraid, you say, and I'm only here today. I have a special pass. You hand her your VIP card. She scans it and looks surprised. You sure do. Monty's actually waiting for you. The commotion inside stops. You guess the little pig told him you would be coming. That will be 1 token, the Pizzaplex employee says. You hand 1 over. Okay, so now I've only got 1 Faz token left. Remember that I am here to help. VIP gives a thumbs up. If you get turned around and ask nicely, I can direct you back to the starting point. You walk between sharp white teeth and over the pink, weirdly spongy tongue, ew, and enter the maze. Remove 1 Faz token from your inventory. I did that. If you have the balloon, tap/touch here. If you don't have one, tap/touch here. Oh, well, I hope I wasn't supposed to have a balloon. Just inside the entrance to Monty's Maze, the first thing you notice is how dark and green it is. And humid. Sweat starts pouring down your face, and the air is stale and heavy. I mean, it kind of sounds nice, like a sauna. Occasionally you get a whiff of something rotten, like food left out too long. Either the Pizzaplex designers intentionally wanted to make it feel like a swamp, or the environmental controls are broken. Fake grass covers the floor, and vines dangle from rigging high above, like Rainforest Cafe. The walls of the maze are fences made of wooden planks, surrounded by tall palm trees that drape their feathery leaves overhead. You peek through a knothole in one of the planks and see the walls outside the maze are painted with the silhouettes of thin tree trunks and vegetation. There's no music, only the ambient sounds of birds and insects, punctuated by the occasional low, rumbling roar. The sound makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. You walk along the narrow corridor for a bit, feet crunching softly on the artificial turf. The path turns to the right, then the left, and eventually you reach an intersection. You can continue forward, turn left, or turn right. Chica said to go left, so I think we should go left. You go left, and the path takes you down a series of turns and long stretches, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You use your sleeve to wipe sweat from your brow and freeze when you hear a gruff, taunting voice from somewhere in the maze. I know you're here, I can do a Monty voice. I will find you. Despite the warm air, a chill runs through you. You pick up your pace through the corridor until you come to a wall. The only way you can go is left or right. The path to your left seems a little more worn than the one on the right, but you also see 4 dark, deep scratches along one of its walls, like something has clawed it, something big, a marker or a warning. If you go left, tap/touch here. If you go right, tap/touch here. Well, I have no reason, Chica could be in league with Monty. She could have intentionally given us bad advice, but I think we should just stick with it. Let's go left. The corridor stretches on for a long time. You reach a turn to your right or can choose to keep going straight. You go straight, but after it forces you to go left 2 more times, you're pretty sure it simply dumped you back onto the path you were on before, so you turn right. You have no clue if you're going in the correct direction or not. If only you had something to mark your path with, or a ball of string like in the Greek myth about the Minotaur and a labyrinth you read in school. That's interesting. That's a Into the Pit tie-in. Kids were sent into that maze as a sacrifice to the monster, but you figure Monty Gator can't be much of a real threat. The pizza place couldn't stay in business if kids actually died. They're right. Ha 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 ha. Then again, there are so many customers every day who would miss a kid or two. Worried about IQ, press on. Something heavy stomps nearby. It's coming from your left, though it's hard to know how sound travels in here. You reach another intersection. Fog spills in from the path on the right. Okay, I'm going to continue to go left because I trust Chica. I trust an aerobics doing chicken with my life. A short distance down the path, there's another intersection. You stop short just in time. Monty is standing on your left. What even is the point of the game? We're trying to find our way out? Okay. I do have candy, though, and I see that's one of the action options, so I'm optimistic. The punk-haired animatronic is massive and muscular. His yellow and green segmented tail swishes from side to side as he looks around. Fortunately, he's facing away from you, peering down the other corridor, but he could turn and spot you at any moment. You can run, but you can't hide, Devin. Ooh, scary. He knows it's me, you think? Knowing that he is specifically hunting for you in the maze makes him seem more threatening. That and the wicked sharp claws on his hands. I mean, just still as advocate here, though, I feel like you could, she scanned your past to get you in. Your past is linked to your name. I feel like, it's AI, and especially with the technology of the Pizzaplex, I feel like you could make the animatronic say the names of kids in the maze without a ton of difficulty. I don't know. I mean, I know, obviously that's not what's happening here, and there's, roguing eye or, haunting effect, but I don't feel it's, super, beyond the range of modern technology. There's no way he'd be able to know your name without, supernatural phenomenon, because I don't think it'd be too hard, especially because your passes are in your name. Anyway. That and the wicked sharp claws on his hands. There won't be any slipping by him on the left unless you have something to distract him with. You think you'd be able to sneak out to the right before he turns around. Or maybe you should just wait and hope he moves on without noticing you. Well, I have candy, so I'm going to try to use it. If you have candy and you try to distract him, tap/touch here. You reach into your pocket and pull out the package of Bonnie Bites you won from the Chica Candy Cream Machine. The candy is warm and mushy now, but you hope Monty isn't a picky eater. Incoming, you call as you throw the package at him. Monty slaps his jaw at the bag and catches it at his teeth. He chews. Oomph. He mumbles, Headies. I hate these, I guess. He tries to open his mouth, but it's cemented closed. He starts gagging and clawing at his snout. He pries open his jaw and you see sticky brown and purple goo sticking through his teeth. Do you think this is why Monty turned on Bonnie? Do you think this is the origin story for the murder? You see sticky brown and purple goo sticking to his cheek. It's also interesting because I've heard this about alligators. I don't know if it's accurate, but I've heard they're really good at clumping down, but they don't have a lot of jaw strength for opening, so that's why you sometimes see people duct tape alligators' jaws together when they're in transit, because it's actually hard for them to open up their mouths, even though they're really good at pushing down their mouths. So there's some biological realism in this. He reaches in, I also could have remembered that entirely wrong. That's also entirely possible. He reaches in to grab it, but one hand gets stuck inside. He manages to free his hand, but he stumbles to the side and catches himself with his hand. Now his hand is stuck to the wall. You can't help but laugh, but that makes Monty even angrier. Arrgh, he rolls! I'm gonna get you! His tail thrashes and he swings his free arm wildly, grasping for you. If you're quick, you think you can slip past him to go down the left corridor. Or you can still head right and you'll have a head start. Remove candy from your inventory. Well, I'm going to stick to left. I haven't died yet. Let me remove candy from my inventory. You trudge along, wondering if you will ever find the exit. You encounter a path leading off to the right, but remembering this maze's tricks, you peer around the corner and see it just leads back to the one you're already on. You move forward. Another choice to your left. You explore and soon see it's a dead end. You turn back and hurry, worrying Monty is about to corner you. There are more scratches along the walls here, and shredded candy wrappers litter the floor. Then you reach your first fork intersection, 3/4 in front of you, all moving forward. You sigh and ask, "What do you think, VIP?" VIP has been dozing on the screen or pretending to. He makes a big show of waking up and then blinks at you. I feel like he's going to make too much noise. I think this attraction has not had much replay value. A recent data mine showed that Fazbear Entertainment is considering repurposing Monty's maze into something else, maybe miniature golf. Ah, that's interesting. But which path should I take? You do not have many options left. You choose the leftmost corridor and rush through it. At the end is a green door marked exit, but Monty is guarding it. "There you are," he shouts. He leaps and lands right in front of you. He draws his clawed hang back and offers his hand to you. When you stop quivering, you shake his gargantuan hand. "Rock and roll," he says. "You win. Add 300 points to your score." Excellent. And it's really 3,000 points. So now I have 4,010 points, which should be enough, but I do remember that the VIP pig is tricky, and I don't think it's, like, playing fair. So, Monty Maze. So I think we should try to get as many points as possible, and maybe even go back into the mode twice to try to, like, double multiply our points. Just because, I mean, again, the VIP was willing to kidnap a child, so clearly he's evil and might not follow the rules. And then also I kind of remember from She's Always Nervous, this video about this, that you need more than the points he said. Okay. The exit dumps you back into the atrium at a door. I wonder if the Mo version of all these attractions is exactly the same as the non-virtual reality version of these attractions. I think it is because the Faz-Cave was the same, but I'm not 100% sure. The exit dumps you back into the atrium at a door you hadn't noticed previously. Then you now see Monty's footprints on the pattern carved out leading to it. If you have no more Faz tokens, tap/touch here. I have one Faz token left. If you have 1,000 points, tap/touch here. If you've not yet done Fazzer Blast, tap/touch here. If you have not yet done Roxy Raceway, tap/touch here. So I only have one token left. I want to try Roxy Raceway because I like Roxy, and I think it'd be cool if we get to meet her. I'm tap-touching. Okay. Though the track go into the pit. Wow, there really is no escape. Truly Scott's favorite story. Although the track for Roxy Raceway threads through and above the atrium, it has a separate entrance like all the other attractions. The front of it looks like a big red garage with a mural of Roxy in a racing jacket and sunglasses waving checkered flags over the doors. Her voice plays over the speakers. I can't do a good Roxy voice either. "Hey, I'm Roxanne Wolf. If you're looking for high-speed motor mayhem, Roxy Raceway is a place to be. Sign up to be a winner. Nobody likes a loser." Harsh, Roxy, you think? You can't afford to lose today. Ike is counting on you. A black man in a Pizzaplex uniform takes your Faz token. "Ever raced here before?" You shake your head. "Okay, here are the rules," he says. "Rule number 1, go fast but not too fast. You're scored on lap time, not position. Avoid contact with walls and other go-karts. Brake before turns. Let faster drivers pass." There's a lot of rules of this. Okay. You're scored on lap time, not position. You're scored on lap time. Okay, I don't know what that means. But I guess what he's saying, and I'm probably overthinking this, but I guess what he means by that is maybe like everybody starts at different times because they're constantly letting new riders in, so you don't have to be like the first go-kart in the list of kids, because like some of those kids might have started earlier or later than you, but you need to make the fastest time around the lap. Avoid contact with walls and other go-karts, brake before turns, let faster drivers pass, keep hands and feet inside the go-kart at all times, drive smoothly, only use one pedal at a time. Rule number 2, don't damage the go-kart. Just kidding, rule number 2 is have fun, but seriously, don't damage anything. Do you want to hear the rules again? You shake your head. Also, you can't keep that gamepad in your go-kart. Leave it in the pit area and collect it after your race. Remove 1 Faz token from your inventory. Okay, so now I'm down to 0 Faz tokens. I also really hope you can't lose the tokens you've already earned, because I do technically have enough tokens, but I want it to meet Roxy. Okay, go into the pit and tap/touch here. There are 2 other kids in the Roxy Raceway pit area putting on silver helmets. Oh, that's so cute. The helmets have wolf ears. That's adorable. Putting on silver helmets with green stripes down the center and gray wolf ears. You grab one for yourself and put down your gamepad. Since you have not been to Roxy Raceway before, it would be wise for you to listen to my go-karting Kips VIP says. He drives back and forth across the screen in the cartoon. I mean, you really have to admire the animation budget, even though he's a terrible person. The animation budget for the VIP gamepad is very impressive. It would be wise for you to listen to my go-karting tips, VIP says. He drives back and forth across the screen in the cartoon cart from the ads all over the Pizzaplex. You're the guy at the door. I'm not allowed to bring you with me. Rules are rules, you say. Yes, rules are rules. VIP agrees. If you leave VIP behind during your race, tap/touch here. Because I don't know, because it kind of feels like a trick, because I think I need to ask him for help. Also, why couldn't he just give me the tips before I go? Okay, I don't know. I don't know, because I feel like either way, like, he could say that you fail because you break the rules by bringing the gamepad in, but he could also say that you broke the rules by not asking for his advice. So I'm not sure. Let's try to bring him in, I guess. I'm not leaving you behind. You strap on your helmet and pick up the gamepad. VIP looks genuinely touched. Thank you. You will not regret it. Fortunately, should you be bonding with the evil pig animatronic virtual reality AI guy hologram that stole your brother? I don't know. But anyway, VIP looks genuinely touched. Thank you. You will not regret it. Fortunately, the employees in the pit area aren't paying much attention, so they probably won't notice you sneaking the gamepad into the go-kart. So how do I win this, you say, walking over to the track? Be the tortoise, VIP says. What is that supposed to mean? I cannot do everything for you. I want you to win, but you have to earn it. That would be more fun, for both of us. Grumbling, you consider your go-kart options. Oh, see, I remember, because I just finished watching Gibby's Return to the Pit playthrough, and I remember he mentioned that they mentioned the Be the Tortoise part in both VIP and Return to the Pit, which he was giving it as an example of bad writing, but I wonder, is it possible they deliberately put that illusion in both stories? Maybe is it foreshadowing a tortoise animatronic, which would be cool? I don't know. Grumbling, you consider your go-kart options. A tall white boy with long hair has already claimed the silver and purple go-kart, which you assume is based on Roxy. A short brown girl is mulling over the other 2 choices, a pink and white one, Glamrock Chica's colors, and a blue and red one for Glamrock Bonnie. Is there even a Glamrock tortoise? First time, the girl asks. You nod. Then you pick first. I don't care which one I drive. In the first row, the Chica go-kart is in first place. The Bonnie go-kart in the second row is in the second row in second place. The already claimed Roxy car brings up the rear. Are they all the same, you ask? Supposedly, she says, but I swear the Roxy go-kart is fastest. I don't think we should pick the Bonnie one, because he says be the tortoise, and tortoise in the hair, so let's pick Chica. You climb into the pink and white go-kart. The girl gives you a thumbs up and hops into the Bonnie go-kart to your right. You look around for someplace to stow the gamepad and are surprised to see a mount for in the dashboard. VIP waves his wand and a map of the race course appears on the screen. Since you only have one chance to win the game, this should give you a small advantage. The race consists of 6 laps. Not 5 laps at Freddy's? You trace the path of the track around the atrium. It has several hairpin turns and even crosses over the space a couple of times. Is it safe to go over the atrium like that, you ask? We have not had any incidents yet, VIP says. These race cars are thoroughly tested, however. Okay. Alright. Well, okay. Roxanne Wolf's voice echoes overhead. On your marks, get set, go! A green race car flashes and you hit the accelerator. It's strange driving so low to the ground, and 25 miles an hour is faster than you expected. Go-karts go 25 miles an hour? Is that realistic to real life? I've only rode go-karts a couple of times and I was not good at it. Okay. You take it easy on the first lap to get a feel for the controls. Your opponents quickly zoom out of sight while you're learning how to turn without crashing. You notice a turbo button on the console. Maybe you should use it to make up time on the second lap. If you push the turbo button, tap/touch here. If you maintain your speed, tap/touch here. Well, VIP said be the tortoise, so I think we should maintain our speed. You can barely handle your go-kart at normal speed, so it's probably a bad idea to speed up just yet. You take the second lap faster than the first, so you feel like you're getting the hang of this, but you're still lagging behind the others, and you wonder what else you can do to shave time off your laps. It's only on the third lap, when you're much more familiar with the course, that you feel you can pay more attention to what your opponents are doing. The The boy in the Roxy go-kart has a comfortable lead. Counter to what you would expect, just before taking a turn, he steers his go-kart as close to the barrier on his right as he can without touching it. Then he cuts toward the inside of the track and lightly brakes as he goes into the turn. He ends up going wide again, traveling across the entire track, and comes out of it. In contrast, the girl in the Bonnie go-kart does what you've been trying to do, cut close to the corners, going as fast as possible, braking into the turn. Since the shorter distance to travel must be faster, this approach seems to work for her. She's only slightly behind the first racer. You just need to nail the timing and the trajectory. If you try going wider on turns, tap/touch here. If you keep taking corners fast, tap/touch here. I'm not sure if one of those is like tortoisey. Like tortoises go slow, but what's their turning velocity? I don't know. It was never established in the Aesop's fable. I mean, I don't know if this is, like, it makes sense to take the... so it says take corners fast, so I guess maybe that means we should do the wider one. You work on copying what the kid in the Roxy go-kart is doing, and it actually works. By adjusting the angle at which you approach the corners, you head into them faster, and you maintain that momentum as you widen your exit from the turn. I don't understand physics, but I trust you. In another couple of laps, you're racing right behind him, side by side with the Bonnie go-kart. The boy in the Roxy go-kart looks back and is surprised to see that both of you ran on his tail. He starts driving more radically, either because he's panicking or because he's intentionally trying to make it harder for you to pass him. Whatever the reason, he's losing speed and you're gaining on him. You think you can overtake him and get first place in the last lap. If you try to pass him, tap/touch here. If you give him some space, tap/touch here. Well, I guess we're attempting to be as tortoisey as possible. So a tortoise would maybe give him some space, maybe he'll just crash and we'll win automatically. It feels too risky to try to pass the Roxy go-kart the way it's rearing left and right unpredictably. One thing I will say about this interactive novel, sorry not to break the immersion of this fun race, but just some fun commentary. I will say, like, this one, it seems more like there's logic to the choices, which is to say, it seemed like in Return to the Pit, it's like you could pick lots of different options that didn't seem logically right, and they would lead to bad endings. For example, like, there's the option where you're supposed to use the bathroom before going down the stairs, which, like, arguably, maybe you shouldn't use the bathroom first, like you're trying to get downstairs to escape the house as quickly as possible from the Yellow Rabbit, or like, depending on what Greek mythology story you remember in the final showdown with the rabbit, that determines whether you win or lose, whereas like, I don't know if that makes it, like, I don't know if what Greek mythology story you're thinking of is really getting to, like, determine your ability to fight off a giant maniacal Yellow Rabbit. But with this one, it seems like there's more sort of internal logic where it's like, okay, like VIP told you, like, to be the tortoise, so if you pick the slow options, it seems like you win, or they all go well. So, I don't know, I kind of like that, like, maybe you could say it's too easy, but I sort of like that this one feels like there's more, like, strategy. I feel like it definitely, if I was a kid, it would feel more satisfying. But sometimes in a weird way you do like a game that's like kind of challenging and irrational, because like, I mean, I will say, like, the sense of relief when I finally got a good-ish ending, and not even the best ending, but just a good-ish ending on a Return to the Pit was so powerful. I felt so good. But yeah, I kind of think this way is a little bit more preferable. Like, this way of writing an interactive novel is a little more preferable, because it feels like it's a choose your own adventure novel, right? So you want the choices to have merit. You don't want it to be kind of the equivalent of like random button smashing, or I guess like random page turning. I also think it'd be really interesting. I think it'd be really interesting if other indie horror, because I feel like FNAF kind of like sets the tone. For example, like the Bendy series of books came out, and the Poppy series of books came out. And as far as I know, Five Nights at Freddy's was the first like mascot horror game to have a series of books. And then, so I would be kind of interested to see if interactive novels become a kind of a like trend in the world of mascot horror, because these are so much fun. As someone who doesn't have very good motor skills, so is it really good at like traditional video gaming? I think these are like a really good blend where it's like you still get like the control and the multiple paths and the like fun and strategy of a video game, but you don't need motor skills, and it's also like fun for people who like to read. I'm also thinking that, like, the startup costs to make an interactive novel are almost zero, right? Like, you need no coding expertise or art ability or anything like that to make an interactive novel, so I also think it'd be interesting if people just, like, rather than creating a mascot horror game, they just release interactive novels. I think that'd be kind of interesting if anyone tries to do that. Okay, end of commentary, back into game. It feels too risky to try to pass the Roxy go-kart the way it's rearing right and left unpredictably. So you back off and give him and the other car some space, prepare to ride this out and get a decent time regardless. But the girl in the Bonnie go-kart sees an opening and she decides to make a move. She squeezes past on the boy's right between him and the barrier just as he sets himself up for another turn by steering toward the outside track. They collide and smash into the barrier. The Roxy go-kart spins out and the Bonnie go-kart just locks up and grinds to a halt. Like, they collide at 25 miles per hour? Isn't that dangerous? Okay. The crowd around the track gasps. As you zip by your opponents, you glance over to make sure they're all right. They're in better shape than their go-karts anyway. The girl waves you on. Whoa. Man, what happened? You wonder aloud as you complete the lap. Two bodies cannot occupy the same space at the same time, VIP says. An object in motion stays in motion. The laws of physics hold many harsh truths. This is true. Although, doesn't quantum mechanics kind of counteract the two bodies cannot occupy the same space at the same time? I don't know. My understanding of quantum mechanics is very loose. You cross the finish line and see that you're not only in first place, but you're the fastest overall lap times. Nice. You steer your go-kart over to the pit and see Roxanne Wolf waiting for you. Nice. I got to meet all of the animatronics besides Freddy. The slender animatronic seems even taller from the low go-kart. You look up, taking in her purple leg warmers, red shorts, and black racing jacket. She brushes back the green streak in her silver hair and gazes at you with piercing yellow eyes. That was a ferocious performance. Roxy reaches a large gray hand or paw down. You take it, the metal cold and hard against your fragile human flesh, and she easily lifts you out of your go-kart. She kicks the tire of the go-kart. Chica fanboy? She sounds disappointed. My little brother is. She walks you back out to the atrium. What an autograph, she asks? I'd love one. She pulls. I like that the characterization of Roxy is pretty close to in-game. She pulls out a glossy photograph of herself playing a green guitar on stage and scribbles on it. Then she leaves to prepare for the next glam rock show. You read her message. From one word to another, good luck finding your brother, Roxy. I mean, that's nice. But also, like, you know the VIP kidnapped my brother? Like, I don't know. It's nice, like I said. I feel like this story is more pro-animatronic, where the animatronics are, like, nice, and, like, they're helping you and rooting for you. Like Monty, like, high-fived you when you won, you know, like, Roxy's writing you a nice message, but also it's like, you guys are hundreds of pounds, and you're huge, and you have, like, artificial intelligence. It means you're probably pretty smart and you don't want to, like, directly help me bring down VIP. Okay, but 300 points to my score, and I've got Roxy's autograph. That's cool. Maybe I can give it to Ike when I see Ike. Okay, I can add Roxy's autograph to my inventory. Maybe I can give it to myself, because I love Roxy. Okay. And then I earned 300 points, which is really 3,000 points, which added to my old score gives me 7,100 points. Okay, so I'm hoping that, I can't remember what the score you actually have to make, because I think I remember that is a trick and you need more than 1,000 points, but I don't know how many more points. So if it's 5,000 points, I'm okay. If it's 10,000 points, I am not okay. But in any event, I am out of Faz-Tokens. So I need to tap/touch here. You reach into your pocket and come up empty. And again, I don't remember. Oh no. Game over, but I have enough points. Wait, what? That's not fair. Wait, did I hit the wrong button? Because I do have enough points. Oh, man. Okay, you reach into your pocket and come up empty. You're out of Faz-Tokens. Panic washes over you. VIP, I'm out of tokens. Your voice is thick with emotion. When you blink, tears fall. Do you have 1,000 points yet, VIP asks? Not yet, but I do have 1,000 points. Oh, wait, what happened? Why did the screen go black? Okay. Okay. Do you have 1,000 points yet? VIP asked. Not yet. Could I please send some more tokens? VIP considers. Of course. You can hardly believe your ears. Really? That's amazing, VIP. Thank you. You get more tokens tomorrow. You swallow. What do you mean? Since you played along so well today, I will give you another chance to win my challenge tomorrow. You shake your head. But what about Ike? He can't last until then. I hope that you are wrong, for his sake. Oh, no. What will I tell your mother? Oh, you cannot leave either. We would not want you trying to bring help back to the Pizzaplex. No, if you leave or call anyone for help, you will never find Ike. I can show you somewhere to hide until morning. Till you can beat me, you and your brother will just be another pair of mysteriously missing kids. Do you think this is why all the missing kids in the Pizzaplex are all victims of the very important pig? It will not be the first time, and I dare say it will not be the last. Man, but I actually did have enough points. That sucks. Okay. Alright. Well, at least this is the fun. Or, you know, when I was saying about how a lot of fun of the game is the challenge and the frustration, well, here we are. Should I put in grumpy mode? I'm not all the way. I'm not completely grumpy. I'm just a little grumpy, but I'm going to maintain my positive hedgehog attitude. I got enough points one. I can get enough points again. I kind of want to just go back because I'm like, I had enough points. I feel like I just clicked on the wrong option. Okay, use the pass at a terminal. Cute little VIP pig, even though he is kidnapping and killing children. He's still cute. Okay. I promise to stick with VIP all day. He also, like, doesn't ever actually read us the rules. Okay. Head toward Bonnie Ball. Ditch Ike on the merry-go-round. Find your friends at the Faz-Cade. Take VIP up on this challenge. Okay, I guess I should just reset my inventory, even though I'm kind of annoyed because I think I had enough points, but here we are. Okay, so I'm just gonna reset my inventory because I'm gonna play the game again. Okay. But maybe this time I'll do Phaser Blast first because I haven't gotten that outcome yet. So I'll still be seeing something new, so at least it's not like a return to the pit where I was just like replaying the same scenario over and over again. I also really think it's really cool. Like, I think this game is very creative because they figured out how to like do a game within the constraints of a book, which is really interesting. Like, they figured out how to do an arcade game, which is pretty awesome. I think it's really cool that they're kind of like bending how much is an interactive novel capable of, like how much can you play with the formula, how much like inventiveness and like creativity and like new features can you add, and I think that's awesome. Okay, tap/touch here and review the rules. Use wait, dang it, you know, I was replaying everything and that was a good time to actually see how many tokens I had, but I did not remember. So here we are. I guess if I die again, I'll get a fun chance to go back and see how many tokens I have. Okay. So use fast tokens to play games in the Pizzaplex, earn at least 1,000 points by the end of the day to save Ike. You can only play each game once. Ask VIP for help or suggestions while playing the game. If you run out of fast tokens before earning 1,000 points, you lose. Keep good notes on the number of fast tokens you have, the games you've played, your score, and any active game conditions. Okay. So again, I don't remember how many Faz tokens I'm supposed to have. If you collect... Okay, when you're ready to begin VIP's challenge, return to the atrium and touch here. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Faz-Cade. I'm going to go to Mangle's Quest. I'm going to get one Faz token. I'm going to play Chica's Candy Crane. Now I've got 100 points. So I played Chica's Crane. And I have... Crane. And I have 100 points. And some candy, but I do not have any Faz-Tokens left. Okay. So then I'm going to try to plug in Mangle's quest. And now I have another Faz-Token. And now I've already played Chica's Candy Crane, so I'm going to return to the atrium. And then I'm going to explore the atrium. Go to the alcove. Sit at the terminal. Put on the helmet. And then, okay, this is going to restart it, which means I can keep current points and I can replay any games that I already played. Okay, so here's Virtual Informative Pig. Okay, so let me put under game conditions. Oops. Okay, I have candy. Multiply any new points you acquire by 10. I don't know if it's my second time or not because, like, it's my second time, like, technically, and then I died, but I don't know, like, I don't think the game over within the book applies to the game over within the game, so I think it's, like, within the meta-ness of the book. I think it's my first time playing. So multiply any points I acquire by 10. And then oh, and I have all the Faz-Tokens I started with, even though technically I started with 0 Faz-Tokens, but I'm just gonna say I'm hoping, I mean, I think he gives you some number of Faz-Tokens, but I'm still unclear on how many Faz-Tokens he gives you. And I realized that I died, and that would have been a perfect opportunity to reset and re-understand that, but I did not, because I'm bad at doing things. So, okay, so I was going to say, I still have the 100 points, but I can play Chica's Crane one more time, and I have that one Faz-Token that I have left, because I looked under Bangles Cross, got the one Faz-Token, played Chica's Crane, and then looked under again to get another one. Okay. I'm going to explore the Fazcade. And I'm going to try to plug in Mangle's Quest to give myself another Faz-Token. So now I have 2. Again, I don't know if this is cheating or not, but the book lets you do it. So then I'm going to play Chica's Candy Crane. So I got 100 points, and I actually got some extra candy as well. So now I actually have 2 candies. And then I got 100 points, but really that's 1,000 points. So now I have 1,100 points. And I have 2 candies, but now I'm back to having 1 Faz-Token. And then I'm going to try to plug in Mangle's Quest again, and that's going to give me another Faz-Token. So now I have 2 Faz-Tokens again. And I've already played Chica's Candy Crane in this reality, so I'm going to return to the atrium. And I think, I don't know. I think I'm going to try to do, well, let me at least, I'm like, if I do Monty's or Roxy Raceway, assuming I don't mess up, either one will give me 3,000 points. But then I think for the second one, I should do Freddy Fazzer Blast, just because that's the only one I haven't done yet. So I'm also wondering if I go to the Owl Cave. Well, I guess I've already done that technically, but I don't know if I did all the options for the Owl Cave. But I think I'm going to go to Roxy Raceway just because I like Roxy. Even though Monty was pretty nice in that game, I felt like it was a very integrity... Oh no, it went black? Why did it go black? Okay. I think I'm gonna go. Like Monty was a very fair competitor, but I think I'm gonna go to Roxy's Raceway just because I like Roxy, and then I we'll go to Freddy Fazzer Blast Challenge because I haven't gone there yet. Okay. Okay, so remove one Faz token from my inventory. Sneak VIP into my go-kart. Pick the Chica one. Maintain my speed. Oh wait, what happened? Try going wider on turns. Give him some space. I got 300 points. So that's actually 3,000 points. I also feel like I may have done the math wrong the first time because I don't know where I got 7,000 points from. So I don't know. When I'm editing this, I might be like, oh, I'm bad at math. But right now I've got 4,100 points. I do have 1,000 points. And I have Roxy's autograph. But it's true that I haven't done Monty's maze yet, and I feel like I should try to maximize the amount of points I have. Okay, so now I've got no Faz tokens left. And I do not have the balloon. I'm beginning to go left. Go left. Go left. I have candy and I try to distract him. Go left. And then I've got 300 points, which is actually 3,000 points. Okay, I think that's how I got 7,000 last time. Okay. So either I am good at math or I'm equally bad at... I'm consistently good at math. I'm consistently bad at math. But... Okay, so that gives me 7,100. 7,100 points. Which again, if the VIP is going to let me win with 5,000, that's fine. If I'm trying to get to 10,000, if I'm trying to get to 10,000, it's not enough. But I guess we'll see. Okay, I have 1,000 points. I kind of want to go to Fazzer Blast, though, because I haven't seen it yet. And I think if I go here... Oh, wait, no, that's not going to let me go to it. Oh, no, okay. Oh, man. See, you know, the thing is, why do I not... why don't I ever remember the page numbers? Well, let me go to the terminal again. Let me go to the helmet again. Let me press start. I can keep current points and replay any games you have already played. And so let me press start, tap/touch. This is your second time or beyond in the mode. Make a note that double most special conditions are in effect. Multiply any new points you have by 100, so that's now adding 2 zeros. And it also says that any Faz tokens you started with again, which again, I don't know how many Faz tokens I started with, but okay, multiply any new points I acquired by 100. I'm going to go to the Fazcade. I'm going to plug in Mangle's Quest. So that's going to give me one more Faz token. I definitely think this is the easiest of the games that I've played so far. Like, it's definitely, well, I guess I've only played this game in Return to the Pit of the interactive novels. I know I keep saying games, but you understand what I mean. So of the interactive novels, this is definitely, it feels like so much easier than Return to the Pit, and I haven't played the week before, but I've watched Gibby's Higher Homestead's playthrough of the week before, and that seems very challenging. So, but I do think it's, like, kind of nice. For me, it's, like, a good challenge level as someone who's, like, not very strategic. And also, like, as a kid, I imagine, like, you might have less, like, perseverance and less, like, patience for this kind of thing. Like, I feel like this interaction novel is a good challenge level, and it's, like, fun. To, like, bad endings seem possible, but it also seems like you've got the Mo makes it really easy, and the fact that you can kind of keep looking under Mangle's quest as like an infinite Faz-Tokens glitch, like, that makes it fun, and it's fun that you get to, like, meet all the characters in the game, and it doesn't feel like unfairly or frustrating challenging. This kind of does feel like a fun day at the Pizza Flex, besides the fact, of course, that my little brother has been kidnapped by a homicidal pig. But in kind of everything, you know, you have to look at the positive. So I got one fast token, and then I'm going to play Chica's Candy Crane, and that's going to give me, I need to get rid of one of my candies, but I got another candy anyway. So that gives me a candy and 100 points, which is really 10,000 points now. So now I've got 17,100 points. I hope there's no bad ending where you get too many points. 17,100 points. And now I got rid of that one fast token. But I can look under Mangle's quest again and get one more fast token. Okay. So now I'm getting to return to the atrium, and I just want to play Freddy's Faz-Tokens Challenge because that's the only one I haven't played yet. Finally, the number one thing you've always wanted to do at the Mega Pizza Plex is play the laser tag game Faz-Tokens. I actually did not know what Faz-Tokens was. I thought it was a first-person shooter because he said he was good at first-person shooters, but I like laser tag too. It's so like retro and fun. You hurry up to the Pizza Plex employee standing by the elevator to the attraction and hand over a precious Faz token. "I'm sorry, but Faz-Tokens is closed for a special event," the white woman says. She has silver hair tied back in a ponytail with a green streak in the front, just like Roxanne Wolf. Working here must be her dream job if she's that big a fan of Roxy. Even her fingernails are painted green. But shouldn't she be over by Roxy Raceway? Maybe Roxy was too jealous to have her around. "I was really looking forward to playing, though," you say. "Unless your name is Devin, I can't let you in." "Weird. My name is Devin." "Sure it is." She smiles and hands you back your Faz token. "Here's my VIP pass." You offer the plane tag to her. You offer the plane card to her. The woman takes your pass and scans it. "Oh, you are Devin. Go right on up and wait in the lobby." "They're holding a special event for me? You're serious?" "Oh, I don't know. I'm worried because I do have, I wrote this down right. I said that I had 70, I have 17,100 points. I am kind of worried because I have enough points, and I feel like maybe I should not have, the completism in me is like, if this is a trick and I lose all my points, and I don't save my brother and have to restart again, I will be somewhat perturbed, but I guess we'll see. They're holding a special event for me? You're serious? The fact that it's like a special event for me just makes me a little nervous because it reminds me of like the all-staff meeting where there'll be cake, where like Vanny killed everyone. Oh, and it would be cool. Is Vanny in this? I really doubt it because this seems pretty early in the Mega Pizza Plex's history. She plucks the Faz token out of your hand. "Deadly serious," she says with a straight face and a somber tone. "Oh, that's foreboding. Welcome to Freddy's Fazzer Blast Challenge." The elevator doors ding open. You step inside and ride up to the second level. Remove one Faz token from your inventory. Okay. Tap/touch here. The elevator lets you out into a narrow hallway with green-purple neon lights running along the walls and ceiling. You're surrounded by glowing stars. The purple carpeting is adorned with ringed planets. That sounds so cute. As you cross the hallway to the lobby, the speakers play glam rock Freddy's voice. Welcome! In this customized Fazbear Blast challenge, you will take on the role of an alien invading a space colony defended by none other than Freddy Fazbear himself. Hey, that is me! He is such a ham, VIP says. Ham, pig pun! Shush, I want to listen to this, you say. Freddy's announcement continues. Soon you'll be fighting for your life on a hostile planet. But in case you need to know how to play Fazbear Blast or want a refresher, remember these 2 rules. Number 1, no climbing, no jumping, no hitting, kicking, pushing, shoving, no shooting Fazbear Blasters in or close to other players' eyes. Being flashed in the eyes may cause seizures, blindness, or semi-permanent paralysis. I feel like you should decrease the power levels on the Fazbear Blasters. If you are flashed in the eyes, immediately flush your eyes with soap or water and blink repeatedly until vision is restored. That's really interesting. So it's not like a laser? There's some kind of, like, chemical that the Fazbear Blasters are releasing? Rule number 2, have fun. Proceed to the armory and suit up. You reach the end of the corridor and find a small room filled with orange and blue tactical vests emblazoned with a bow tie and a lightning bolt. There are helmets with barriers. That is adorable. And helmets with dealy boppers? What's a dealy bopper? On the opposite side. You're supposed to be the alien, so you grab the ladder, slip on a matching vest, and grab a laser gun. The weapon is gunmetal gray with a fin on top of the barrel and a grill on the bottom. The tip of the gun has a golden glow matching the illuminating lightning bolt on the grip. While you wait for the match to start, you may practice using the Fazbear Blaster in the shooting gallery, says Freddy's disembodied voice. If you practice shooting targets, we definitely need all the practice we can get. You head over to the gallery where a video screen shows a sepia-toned diorama of a party room with tables and a stage. The tables are covered with wrapped birthday presents and cone-shaped hats, while classic Freddy Fazbear and Bonnie the Bunny animatronics perform on a small stage in the back. That's interesting, because could that be... I was always going to say, could it be Fredbear, because it's only Freddy and Bonnie, but he says classic, and you would think he would say, like, golden Freddy Fazbear and Bonnie the Bunny animatronics. You practice shooting green and white bullseye targets that pop up throughout the room and zap green balloons floating across it. A counter on the corner of the screen shows the number of objects you hit and miss. As you play, your accuracy slowly improves to 98%. That's awesome. You are pretty good at that, VIP says, but this is just a game. The real thing will be much more intense. Isn't this all just a game, you ask? Perhaps, VIP says. That's foreboding. Music begins to play. It sounds familiar, but you can't quite place it. VIP, what is that song? It is the Toreador song. Toreador song? Often known as the Toreador March, composed by Georges Bizet in 1875 for the French opera Carmen. Why is it playing, you ask? Freddy is here. VIP runs off screen. That's very menacing. And there's also a tie-in between this and the week before. The speakers pipe classical music. Freddy Fazbear has entered the arena, says Freddy's recorded voice. Prepare to play the sport of kings. Laser tag is the sport of kings, you ask? Report to the blue hallway, the voice continues. Good luck. You take the doorway on the right and move through the blue hallway. You emerge into a wide open space with low partitions. Oh, good, a maze, you think. In each section you can see the walls glow with a different color that pulsates from bright to dim. Red and green on the lower level, purple above you. Ramps lead up to the purple area. You should be able to see the whole arena from up there and get a sense of where the flags are and where Freddy is. So I don't know, because Star Wars taught me anything, it's over Anakin, I have the high ground. So, like, and also just strategically, logically, it would make sense that the higher you are, you can see where Freddy is. But purple is like a danger color, so I'm gonna take the low ground. You love playing first-person shooters, which is why you've been so eager to test your skills with the real thing. You figure some of the best strategies apply here. Stay low and keep moving. So you stay low and keep moving as you make your way through the green arena. The pulsating lights are disorientating, but you keep your head high, listening and watching. Freddy's heavy footsteps thump around nearby. That's one tactical advantage. It's actually, does sound sort of terrifying. Like, Glamour Freddy is so sweet in the games. But, again, these animatronics are so big, and the idea that you're, hunting the animatronic and they're hunting you, that's one tactical advantage you have at least. You can sneak around silently, but he can't. However, Freddy knows this arena better than you, and he's played this game before. As an animatronic with enhanced vision, you bet he's also a better shot than you. You happen across a clearing with a flag on a podium between two low barrels. You press against a wall and peer around it to check out the situation. You don't hear anything. To capture that flag, you will have to push a button on the podium, which will likely sound an alert that brings Freddy straight to you. Better be fast, you think. You crouch run toward the flag, but you hear Freddy shout, "Freeze, alien scum!" No offense, Stefan, that's so cute. If you have a balloon, tap / touch here. I don't have a balloon. I wonder where you got a balloon. I honestly assume maybe you got the balloon from Fazbear Blast, but that does not appear to be right. You keep running. Oh, nice. Okay. At least I did. My main fear was I was going to lose all my points. You keep running toward the podium while Freddy fires his Phaser Blaster at you. You dive behind one of the barrels, panting. Then you look down and notice that the bow tie and lightning bolt on the front of your vest are flashing red. "I got you," Freddy says. You step out from behind the barrier, head down. "Do not be sad. You may have another chance to beat me one day. There is no shame in losing, only in giving up." Very inspirational, very true. Freddy leads you to an elevator which takes you back to the atrium besides the entrance to Phaser Blast. That's like really nice that they still give you some points even though you lost, because my biggest fear was that I was going to lose these points. And that would have sucked. Because I think I've got plenty of points. So, okay, I got 100, which times 100, and in the interest of full disclosure, I repeated reading this part because the microphone didn't sync the first time. So, I had to very slowly do like 100 times 100 to figure out those 10,000, but I have already plugged that in. So I have 27,100 points, which should hopefully be enough to save old what's his name, save my poor sweet brother, who hopefully like is in a good place. I hope like he just thinks he's still in the carousel and he's not like been scared and crying the whole time. I have no more fast tokens. I have 1,000 points, and I've done Monty's Maze and I've done Roxy Raceway. So I'm gonna say I have 1,000 points. Tap / touch here. "Hey VIP." You say gleefully, "I did it, I have 1,000 points." "Impossible," he says. "Sure you know how many points I've been collecting. Don't you know everything?" VIP turns red and begins stomping around the screen. He really does remind me of Rumpelstiltskin. I don't know why I said that he reminded me of Rumpelstiltskin before. Like the idea about like making him angry, but he really does remind me of Rumpelstiltskin with this turning red and begin stomping around the screen. Sparks and fire spew from his magic wand. "I do not know how you did this. You must have cheated somehow, but you were there with me the whole time." He calms down. "I apologize. I was just having such a good time with you. I did not want our time together to end." You're starting to get nervous. "I would like to see my brother now, VIP, please." I really like the mood shifts between VIP. That's the other thing is he doesn't seem like it's not like I feel like this is not as scary. I'm sure the bad endings are scary because just like in all of these, it seems like the bad endings are kind of like nightmarish and gory a little bit. But I feel like even VIP is not as scary a villain as, say, like the animatronics in A Week Before, who like kill you in pretty gory ways, or the Yellow Rabbit in Return to the Pit, who again kills you in like some pretty gory ways. Also, just like the bad endings in Return to the Pit. I mean, you get shot in one, you get hit by a car so many times. So I feel like VIP, the character design is so cute. Like he's not really scary, and then also like the fact that he is angry sometimes, but sometimes he's kind of like goofy and cute. You're starting to get nervous. "I would like to see my brother now, VIP, please." "Of course, a deal is a deal. Take me to the center of the atrium." You carry the gamepad over to the play area in the middle of the atrium. The Pizzaplex is closing soon, and people are streaming toward the exits, looking exhausted but happy. VIP makes a complicated gesture in the air with his magic wand that you're pretty sure is all just for show, and the door to the photo booth pops out. Ike comes tearing down and makes a beeline for you. "Hey, buddy." You kneel and wrap him in your arms. Ike snuggles up against you. He does give good snuggles, you admit. "I'm sorry, bro." Okay. Nice. Okay, it says the end ? But unless, my brother is back, so I feel like this ending has to be decent unless I'm still stuck in Mo. Okay, Ike says. He hands you a fistful of photo strips from the booth. You flip through them. In the first photos, he looks happy, making goofy expressions. Then he's red-faced and crying. That's so sad. As the images progress, they become a self-portrait of abject misery. I feel like there's so much AR and VR technology. They could have made him think that he was having a good time. "I knew you would get me out," he says. "Let's not show all these to Mom," he says. "Can we go home now?" Ike says. 100%. You walk the gamepad back to the checkout desk. You can't wait to get rid of VIP once and for all. This was everything I hoped it would be, VIP says. I hope tomorrow is just as perfect. You stop in your tracks. Tomorrow? Did you think you were the only one to get a VIP invitation? Kind of. I mailed dozens of them. I can do this every day. Just think of it. So much fun to be had. Oh no, you think, what have I done? What can I do? You feel you have no choice but to get as far away from here as possible with your little brother and never return. You realize even if you warn your friends not to come back, they wouldn't listen. Now you have an idea of what it's like to be VIP, full of knowledge but no one to share it with. That's a very, what is it? I think it's Cassandra in Greek mythology, where it's like she has visions of the future but no one believes her. Oh wait, I think when I click between the screens too fast, that's what causes it to go black. Maybe if I just wait here for long enough, it will come back. Man, I'm so close to the end. I'm so close. Okay. You have an idea of what it's like to be VIP, full of knowledge but no one to share it with. You hang, and it's also interesting because pigs are smart in real life. You hang, and pigs are omnivores, and VIP is kind of menacing but sometimes nice. I'm just like really, really stretching. Oh no, why did it go black again? I'm so close, man. I'm so close. I'm so close. Just stay with me a little bit longer. You hand the gamepad back to a Pizzaplex employee without meeting their eyes. How was your visit, they ask. Very informative. The end, question mark? Okay. Oh, the end, question mark is such a classic, like, Goosebumps ending. Okay, so I know that's not the best possible ending. I know there are other endings where you can, like, I'm sure, like, eliminate VIP and prevent him from ever doing this to any other kids, but the important thing is I got my brother back. I'm going to end the playthrough there. That was super fun. I love the Pizzaplex. I think that's one of my favorite locations, and I thought it was really fun that you got to, like, try all the different games. I wish you could have done Mazer Size, but I think this might be before Mazer Size exists, maybe, because it's, like, an early version of the Pizzaplex, but I think it's really awesome that you get to meet, Roxy and Chica and Freddy and Monty, and I felt like this was like actually like a really good challenge level for me, probably because I'm not very good at these books, where it was like there's still some bad endings, but there was enough internal logic to the book that you could figure out the right endings. The mode makes it easy to get the points that you need to have. The like Mangles Quest Infinite Faz-Token glitch like makes it possible to win. It was a good length where I didn't get, like, overly tired. Again, the endings didn't seem that bad. Even the VIP is, like, cute, even though he's evil. So I really like that. I think of the two that I've played, this is definitely my favorite. I also just like the Pizzaplex's location because there's so many things to do. So I'll be really excited when the Cassie one comes out because that's set in the Pizzaplex. So I'm not sure it's set in pre-Ruin or post-Ruin. I guess it would have to be post-Ruin, right? Like during Ruin, I mean, like in the decrepit, decaying Pizzaplex. But I think that would be really fun to explore, honestly. I've always thought Urbex, like urban exploration, exploring abandoned places is really cool, but I don't have the survival skills to do that safely, so I feel like exploring a ruined Pizzaplex could give me that same feel, but without the risk of dying repeatedly. Well, the risk of dying repeatedly in the book, but not dying repeatedly in real life. But this was really fun. I feel like it set my 2025 off on a good note. Thanks for watching, and I'm really excited to go now make the thumbnail for this because I'm going to try to make it the brothers meme, and I'm really excited for that. Have a great rest of your night or morning or day or afternoon, whatever time it is currently where you are. Do your absolute best not to get your brother kidnapped by a holographic evil pig. Goodbye!